Hello, everybody. So I had a guy brought me a transmission, 5-speed, out of a Ford Ranger, and his was 3.0. And I had one, it's full drive Ranger, like I said, 3.0 V6. And I had a 5-speed, it's out of a Ranger V6, 5-speed, but mine's a 4.0. You can see the difference in the bell housing. This just kind of comes straight across, steps up just a little bit and goes straight across and back down. With these come and step way up, go back down. There's just a bigger gap here in the 3.0 than what they are in the 4.0. Total different bell housing. One will not fit the other motor. So I'm going to take everything out. I actually took everything out of the 3.0 transmission, cleaned the housing up. Then I took everything out of the 4.0 transmission, and I'm going to put everything out of the 4.0 transmission into the 3.0 transmission housing here. Everything internal is exactly the same. The transmissions are exactly the same, even the housings from here back, but just the bell housing part is different. And unlike the old transmissions, these bell housings don't come off. They're made, like a one-piece housing unit here. So therefore, back in the day, you could just change the bell housing, just keep the same transmission. But with these transmissions here, unfortunately, you can't. So I'm going to put everything in this transmission here for him. So let's go ahead and get that process started. Got the 3.0 housing sitting up here now by itself. Like I said, I've got the housing cleaned up. And unfortunately, I can't film building the whole transmission here because I have to use both hands. But right here is all the parts out of the transmission. Now, these gears will actually even come on off the shafts into a lot smaller pieces like these are. But I did not have to do that in order to take it apart or put it back together. So this is all that had to come apart to put it back together. And this is all the good stuff out of the 4.0. All the stuff out of the 3.0 is down here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started putting all the stuff in that bell housing. 4.0 guts in a 3.0 housing. I have the lower cluster gears in there and the upper shaft in there with all of the gears. Next step now is to go ahead and get the lower bearing, upper race, and the front plate on. Actually, I'll probably put the front plate on us, but the lower bearing, the upper race, and then the lower bearing and upper race back here. Then I'll put the rear and front plate back on that holds those in. Right here is the front plate. Then right here is the back plate. So I'll go ahead and get that done now. Get around here to the front. We got the top race in, the bottom bearing in the front. Now this is going to go in there next. You got a shim that goes on the bottom that'll lay right here. You've got a shim that lays right there that holds the seal. And then you got a seal that lays in there and another seal inside here. So that'll go on the front. We're fixing to put it on. And then in the back, we have the top race in and the bottom bearing in down there as well, down in the bottom. And this top one is what holds those in the back side here. And you've got an arrow on this that points up. So it will go in here next. So let me go ahead and get that stuff bolted in and we'll go from there. All right, we got the back plate mounted in there. Let me get my finger in to show you. These 6 bolts down through there is mounted in and that is bolted up. We got the front in and bolted on. Normally after you do that, I will reach in here and turn this shaft just to make sure everything turns there. It turns freely. And then that is 4th gear, 3rd gear, second gear, and first gear. All that's working fine. And then fifth gear in reverse goes back here in the tail shaft. You've also got a oil drain catch that goes in right here that I'm fixing to probably put in there next. And then we'll move on from there. I just wanted to kind of show you guys in this. Back here, like I said, fifth gear, reverse gear, everything goes back here in the tail shaft part of it. This is what works fifth and reverse right here. This lever right here goes down to work fifth and reverse. Well, let's get all of that put in there. And the throw up bearing itself will bolt on the front up here. And I'm going to go ahead and get this fluid drain that goes in here. It goes in here, runs down and feeds the front bearing. I'll show it to you. Next, we'll put this in there. There's a hole in the front of the transmission right here. This sets in that hole and sits right there. That hole leads to the front bearing. And when this is spinning, the fluid slings up in here, catches in this trap, runs down, fills up, and pours into the front bearing. You got a bolt right here. It just goes into the side and bolts that thing in there. So now that we got that bolted in there, we'll go ahead, start putting fifth and reverse gear back here in the back. Let's go ahead and get that going on. Okay, back here in the back, we've got a little hole right down here that this ball will go in. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my shaft up to the top, see if I can put that bearing in there with one hand while I hold the camera here. Yes. I don't know if you can see it, but the little ball just went right in the hole right there. This will be fifth gear that's going in here next. We'll go ahead and slide our gear in on the top. It's fifth gear. And down here at the bottom where that little hole went, or little ball went, we've got this sleeve right here that holds the bearing, and you'll see a cutout for the ball on it as well. So just slide right on. Line up with the ball, slide right in there. It won't go all the way in until you turn it. It lines up with the ball, and then it goes all the way in. Once that's in there, we've got two half bearings here. These half bearings will sit inside of fifth gear right here. And just sit inside there. See if I can do this in one hand. Probably not, but we'll try it. Yes. All right. Now fifth gear is in it. Our next step is we have a sleeve that we just slide on the top right here. Just slide that over there. And then we need to go ahead and put in, the synchronizer just fell off over there. We need to go ahead and put in our fifth and reverse gear synchronizers and shifter. These have got to line up. There, that side just lined up. This side's wanting to come out. Okay, that side lined back up as well. We try to hold it all together, but there's notches right here on top that goes in that shifter right there. Remember I told you about the fifth and reverse shifter? And then this rod with a hole in it will slide through that hole in the bell housing, or in the transmission housing right there, and a bolt will go through the side right here. It may take two hands, I'm pretty sure, to get this done. So let me go ahead and put this on there. Oop. Let me hold on here. Let me get this right there. Now I got that slid up in there. We'll have two little half C's. Two C's, half a lock. There's a groove in this shaft. I can do this with one hand. Yep, that slides and locks in. Let's see if I can do this one with my left hand. Squeeze them together as much as I can. And then Let me get this retainer out. You got a retainer right here that has been cut out up inside, and that's what slides over that clip to keep it from coming apart while it's on there. Then you've got reverse gear back here that's got two separate bearings inside of it. See if I can do this with one hand. Yes. There's a bottom reverse. Here's a top reverse. And here's a idler roller. And this is cut out half round. And that slides right up inside here, the half round part. And then a bolt goes through the outside over here. Get up here to show you there the bolt hole is. You got a bolt hole that goes right there. If I can get you here. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and slide these two parts in there, which I can do the top gear with one hand with no problem. Now that it's in there, we'll need to get this in there. So it's definitely going to take me two hands with it. Got those all in there. So now we've got a bearing for the bottom, a retainer, a nut for the bottom, a bearing for the top, and then a rubber sleeve that slides over the shaft back here when we're done. I want to get that put on there. All right, slid the big bearing on the top. We've got a retainer that'll slide on the bottom, a washer, a shim, whatever you want to call it, and then the bearing will slide on the bottom. Then we got the nut that will go on the bottom that will tighten up. We got the nut that will go on the top that will tighten up. Then after we get those on there and tightened up, we got this rubber sleeve that will slide up here on the shaft right there. And that is basically got the whole transmission together, except for putting the tail shaft housing on it, which we'll do here in a minute. Let me get these nuts tightened up. All right, guys, we got the nuts on. And the main thing to remember about when you're putting these nuts on there is there's a groove cut. And you got to drive the piece of the nut down. It's like a washer made on the back of the nut. Drive it down into the groove so it makes sure it locks and stays there. The nut can't back off, same way as right here. Now, we're ready to put the tail shaft housing on. This little plastic cup goes in here, and usually if there's anything in the transmission, it get built up in there. So we took that out, cleaned that. Clean the silicone, rest of the silicone off this housing right here. Go ahead and put the tail shaft housing on. Now we got her all together with the tail shaft housing on it. The rubber sleeve actually slides on the spline right here, the tail shaft, before the transfer case goes on here now. Throw out bearing, it'll slide in here. Got two bolts goes in it, I'll bolt it up, and I'm done. Now keep in mind, I did not rebuild this transmission. I just took everything out of a 4.0 transmission and put in this 3.0 housing. If I'd have completely rebuilt it, I'd have took each individual synchronizer, each individual gear, extra individual bearing, everything out all the way through. But like I said, all I'm doing is switching from one housing to another. I need to put the top on it, but I'm going to wait and let the customer see it, the guy that's getting it, let him see the transmission before I actually put the top back on it. There's the top. It just sets on here. Your shifter fork's right here. Slide over, just change your gears. Excuse me. But bolting the top on it, tighten that throw-up bearing up, bolting the top on it, and it is done. And I'm going to show you what was going on with his. When I took it apart, he's still making a lot of noise. That's the old bearing in there that come out of his. The front shaft, right here where a bearing rolls, is just eat up. I mean, really burred up bad. It's actually cut it down. You can see how much bigger maybe it is from right here back. But it's actually eat this shaft down And then inside this shaft, that's where that bearing rolls right there. That bearing is really rough too. That shaft will almost cut you, it's so sharp. But inside here, I don't know if you can see it, but there are some really rough places inside there as well. It's probably not going to show up. Maybe you can see them right in there. Just got deep grooves cut inside in there. That's where his noise was coming from. That's the rest of his old stuff there. But we did get him all together, ready to go back in his truck. So he'll come pick this thing up, show it to him, put the top on it, and I'll have him make sure he puts full of fluid before he puts it in his vehicle. If you guys like this kind of content, please go to my channel, subscribe, hit that like button, and ring that notification bell. Hope everybody's having a sensational day.